Hello, all. Welcome to Key for Success Mantra. Today, we are going to talk about the one liner is price card for everything. The one liner is just a price card for everything, which we can quickly understand that there is a price tag on each and everything. Suppose you want to buy a Maggie packet, there is a price for that. If it is again you are looking for detergent soap, there is a Surf Excel, then there is a price. So like that, any commodity, okay, good that human beings are not traded in stock exchanges, okay. Otherwise, even we would be branded with something, and then we would be labeled with some price tag, and then people will sell comfortably in stock exchanges. Good that we don't have any labels on us. Okay, so coming back on the subject, what we are talking, the price tag for each and everything. The price card is what we are trying to talk. The price card for each and every location. So suppose you are looking for a position for Bangalore, then naturally the price card within India, there is especially when you are offered, or you being offered a position at Bangalore, naturally you should have the pay scale, right? The pay scale or CTC should be on the higher side. So because based on the city, and based on the cost of living. Okay, so if the same position, if you are getting into a city, again, suppose for an example, Nagpur, okay, or again Akola, or again Ratnagiri. Okay, so naturally, suppose for a Coca-Cola plant, you are getting a job in Bangalore, then it is you will have to get paid very well, extremely good package you should get. But for Akola or Ratnagiri, it's not required, right? So if you are getting a same job in Salem or Trichy, then you can, even if you get paid less also, it would be affordable for you. So what we are trying to say, the job and job description, the position, responsibilities doesn't matter, the place. Earlier in our other video, tier 2 cities, we discussed about this. Okay, so that's the reason, even to acquire land for a cheaper rates, companies are also looking for tier 2 cities. Okay, so the purpose, in the sense, when we are looking for any job, naturally the cost of living for that particular location would be a major concern. Okay, and I just want to highlight to you that that is the if you are being offered for a job in Mumbai city, then again you will have to pay very high for your rental. Okay, so any place, whether it is that is whether you are going to stay in the city limits itself, and then again, naturally, if you are going completely outside suburban and all, naturally bit cheaper, but again comparatively cost of accommodation is a bit on the higher side in Mumbai. We know that, right? So like that, the price tag is there based on the city that you are looking for a job. But what we want to know here, in the sense, it's not only about the cities, not only about the capital cities, but also we need to choose our career as part, that is by considering all the aspects, right? Suppose you would be from one city, and then you will, after marriage, you will have to move into another city. Okay, a lot of other things also you will have to, permutation and combination, you will have to think about it, and then before you settle down somewhere, and then you will have to think all these things. But naturally the question comes, most of the guys again used to ask us, how do we ensure that that is in which place, or can we dream about settling down somewhere and all. But in today's real world situation, it is very difficult to answer. Even a person who is in the age of 55 also, from India, again he has to move to Australia because of his position, that is naturally at a very senior level. So when he is going out, then you will have to leave the city. So what again just again I am referring to my the last video on leave your comfort zone, come out of your comfort zone. Okay, so we will have to think twice, and then we will have to choose a destination, especially on the location part, and then we will have to make a decision on it. Okay, so but again, before taking the decision, the price card matters a lot, as I said. Okay, now is it impacts only the city within India? In the sense, you should be very very clear. Suppose you are traveling to Middle East. Okay, if you are traveling to Dubai, or if you are traveling to Saudi, okay, so naturally there is a tax exemption, all those things people will see, people will tell you. But again, when you really look at the compensation factor, most of the places the accommodation will be for the bachelors. Okay, so even when you go abroad, unless and until if you are not going there with a long term visa or long term work permit, naturally you will stay alone, so your expenses will be restricted to that level. But when you think about your going with the family, then your expenses naturally will go up, your accommodation will eat a lot. That is very very painful thing. Okay, so the accommodation aspects, whether you go to US or you go to UK, or again Europe, or again Australia. But again, naturally, especially for Middle East and all, even people used to say that, but accommodation cost is very very high. Okay, that is almost in, but again, if you are preferred, or if you are fine to go to a remote location, suburban and other things, then naturally you can find a bit cheaper accommodation. But when coming to the subject what we were discussing for the price card and all, it is not only in the cities which we are talking. Okay, in India, that's the reason again I just want to call this particularly, it is across the globe, the scenario is same. You should know what is the ideal cost to survive over there. Okay, so ideal package, especially to survive in the particular city. You maybe travel to Australia, but are you going to Sydney? Then the travel cost would be, that is the operating cost for a month for a family or for a bachelor would be different. But if you are going to be at Brisbane, or you are going to be in Melbourne, then the cost will be lesser compared to Sydney. But again, if you are going to a city level, that is you are going to be in city, suppose you are going to London, you are traveling to London, and then you are going to be in the city limits, then naturally you will have to pay very high premium price for your accommodation. And then again, it is not like India, other countries and all. If you are traveling with your family, then naturally you will if you are holding your son or daughter who is adult, then you will have to, as per the law of the land, you will have to give them sufficient space. You need to ensure that you should stay in a 2 BHK only. Some sort of specifications are there in the country, respective country. Okay, so those parameters also you need to consider. So the price, that is, I mean to say, the price card or price tag is always a matter, whether it is not only for your Maggi noodles, or it is not only for the buying and vegetables that you are trying to get it. Okay, it's always applicable for us also. That is, when you go when you are searching in the job market, and then when you are getting offered for a particular position, yes, you will have to see all these things. Where are you going to be, and then where your workplace. That is not least and not last also, one liner is very specific to you is, sometime the organization will offer you a position, that is your base location or your place of posting would be, for an example, it would be Hyderabad, but you will have to work with the customer who is in Bangalore. So those cases you will have to handle very clearly, and then you will have to convince, or you get convinced with your employer. Okay, so that these parameters are very important, where you are going to be. Based on that, your fixed costs will vary. Okay, so these fixed costs only determines how much you are going to save per month. Okay, so if you are just getting 5,500 Australian dollar in Melbourne, is you are not going to save much, right? So you will have to think twice, and then before you accept an offer or before you proceed with an offer or before you join the company. Once you join, you cannot take any decisions and all. So all these things you should act very much proactively. Okay, this is my just I want to share this kind of information with you, which is I think it would be useful for a few of you. Okay, and even you can compare the cost of the cities within India, that anyways you can get it in Glassdoor or something. Okay, so see you in my next video. Until then, bye from Vedinarayanan.